What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here, and welcome to episode 12 of If I Had a Hammer. Before we get started, if we can get 10 likes on this video, yes, 10 likes, because nobody likes me. If we can get 10 likes on the video, that'd be absolutely great. Now, today's matches are going to be against Sunderland away and Portsmouth in the FA Cup at home. Before we get into those matches, let's go over the last month plus and see how we fared in the league. Right, so I did say at the end of last episode that the next match following Spurs was going to be against Chelsea. It was never going to be easy, and we came away 3-1 losers. Matic, Oscar, and Diego Costa getting goals for the Chelsea side. Jamie Vardy getting us off to a great start in the 16th minute. However, Chelsea came storming back with their 21 shots, 12 on target to help give them a very powerful victory. There wasn't a lot bad that we could say about this, just the defense was in the wrong place at the wrong time to allow Chelsea those 3 goals. I mean, we had 8 shots, 6 of them being on target. We were clinical and putting the ball at least at the net, but we weren't lucky enough to get any more past Thibaut Courtois. Following Chelsea was a very disappointing draw to 15th ranked Southampton, at home no less. Southampton got on the board in the 37th minute with a Sadio Mane shot. Oliveira knotted it up in the 72nd minute. And both sides weren't really bad. They were average to above average. We had 57% possession, 9 shots, 4 of them on target. Southampton a little better in those areas. And I guess just the way everybody was playing, like I said, average to above average, a draw was probably the only result that was ever going to come out of this. We then followed that up with an away win to relegation-tipped Cardiff City as we defeated them 1-0. Mark Noble, our only goal scorer, coming off of a penalty kick in the 73rd minute. We both took even amount of shots, 9 apiece. However, we had 4 of them on target. We had all the shots on targets and almost 60% possession. Once again, another average to above average match, and you feel that one of these days playing average should get us not just a win, but a very comfortable win. This win did not feel very comfortable at all. In what was a real back-and-forth match in the first half, we came away with a point after a 2-2 draw away to Crystal Palace. Dimitri Payet getting us on the scoreboard first in the 6th minute, but that was followed up by a Jadanic goal in the 17th. Crystal Palace then jumped ahead to a lead in the 37th, but right from the kickoff, a great pass, a great long ball ahead to Oliveira gets us level once again. And unfortunately, no more scoring after that. A lot of shots taken. We had 15 and 7 on target. Crystal Palace 12 and 5, but unfortunately no more goals. Nothing was able to separate the sides. And I feel that we played a little better on the day. However, we couldn't grab that all-important 3rd goal to show for it. We celebrated a Merry Christmas and a Happy Boxing Day by giving the West Ham faithful a 2-0 victory at home to Norwich in the very next match. Ogbonna in the 3rd minute off of a corner kick, and then Andrei Zivkovic directly from the kickoff getting the goals. While possession didn't really favor either side, we definitely took our chances as long as we had the ball. 14 shots, 9 of them on target compared to Norwich's 8-4. And while Jamie Vardy hasn't been having the best of matches, everyone else behind him has been picking up the slack, and really, it's been helping us out. And finally, to close out 2016 as well as the first half of the season, we traveled away to the Etihad and lost 3-1 to Manchester City. Sergio Aguero, Jose Gaya, and David Silva, all the goals for the citizens. However, we started off strong once again off of another corner kick headed in by Angelo Ogbonna, this time in the 2nd minute. Unfortunately, we weren't able to keep Manchester City on their heels as they were able to continue firing back, continue to gain possession, and put pressure on our back line, eventually leading to the 3 goals. We had only 5 shots, 3 of them on target though. Manchester City 19 and 10, and really that's all the difference. When you put that much pressure on a goalkeeper, even if it's Victor Valdez, you're gonna let 1 or 2 slip by. Right, so that is that, and this is what the table looks like to start the second half of the season. West Ham United are sitting in 9th place. If you take a look at the top 4 so far, Liverpool is sitting on top, tied with points with Chelsea. However, Liverpool have a better goal difference. 3rd place, Arsenal, Man City in 4th, and you could take a look at the rest. And it's surprising that Stoke's actually sitting in 7th place. You wonder how long that's going to hold up. But the next match that we're going to be taking on is against Sunderland. Like I said, however, the one downside is that Sunderland match is just 2 days after the Manchester City match, and we do not have a full-strength side. Let me be honest with you. A lot of my star players are sitting in the 75-80% range, and I really don't want to start them. I really can't start them, so I have to bring up a bunch of youth players. Not only that, it's also the first of the new year. The transfer window just opened up. We did make a couple of transfers, so let's take a look at those before we get into the matches. Right, and if you take a look down here, the first one may be a little bit of a controversial one, as we got rid of Angelo Ogbonna for £4.5 million away to Watford. I feel that while he was a solid player, he wasn't content with staying with the club. He wanted to move off somewhere else, and if he was going to be continuing on to make a bit of a fuss, I thought it was better to sell him now while he still had some decent value, and Watford were the ones that came in with a bid. We're the only ones that came in with a bid, surprisingly. But also at the same time, he is 28 years old, and I want to try and get a younger squad. I know a couple of my transfers over the summer didn't really fit in with that mold, but I do want to try and develop my own players. So that's why in the transfer window, I did try and sign younger players. And the other player that I got rid of during the window is Michael Antonio, £1.7 million away to Norwich. I figured that for a player of his ability and the contract that he had, it just wasn't worth it for me to continue having him on. And I do have to say, I think I sold him for a little less than I would have liked, but no one else wanted to take him, and I already had youth players that I want to develop already out on the wings, like Tanase, like Rotaru. Michael Antonio was just hindering that development. Now going through the transfers in, and we did essentially swap Ogbonna and £100,000 for another player from the Watford team, and his name is Tony Hoban. The 22-year-old Irishman is a solid center back, and to be quite honest with you, is slightly comparable to Ogbonna in that he's got just about the same amount of speed, just about the same amount of defensive ability, and he is 6 years younger. As I said before, I am trying to develop the squad, try and get younger, and hopefully in time their stats will increase. But this player doesn't look all that bad to begin with. I mean, look at his pace. 14 pace, 13 acceleration. Defensively, 13 marking, 13 tackling, 16 positioning. Hopefully, those defensive stats will jump up in the near future. But for right now, getting him on and signing him for £650,000 for the next 3 seasons, I feel that that is a good bargain. And then finally, signing in a striker basically as a backup for Jamie Vardy and Alberto Pelosi, and especially in this case where I need to have a backup striker in case of fitness issues. In steps up Adam Armstrong, a 19-year-old Englishman who I bought from Newcastle for £5 million. And I do have to say I may have overpaid for him as well. £5 million wasn't the amount that I was looking for, but at the same time he was honestly the best option I had out there for the bargain price of $5 million or less. I can't really fault him though. He is really pacey, 16 pace, 15 acceleration. His finishing is on the decent side with 13, good dribbling, good first touch. Those can be developed in time. And like I said, he's also 19 years old. He's a development project for the future. I can definitely see him being useful in the coming seasons. And I can tell you right now, this is definitely not the best of options in terms of a starting 11 that I want to put out in a match, but we'll go over it anyway. We'll have Adrian in net, we'll have Tommy Hoban and Ermin Bikacic as the 2 center backs, Kalashnik and Flanagan will be the 2 wing backs, Marky Noble will be the defensive mid, Pedro Obiang is going to be the lone center mid. Our 3 attacking mids will be Tanase, Oliver, and Martin Samuelson, who is coming up through the youth ranks. He's only 19 years old and he can prominently play out on the right wing. And then sitting up top, we have Jamie Vardy, although I do have Adam Armstrong on the bench, and he can do a job easily when he's called upon. But just take a look at who I have on the bench, and that's not down here. I mean, I have Daniil Henry, I have Marwan Fellaini, who's at 78%, Stephen Hendry, who is another youth prospect, 21 years old, left back, Adam Armstrong, Ron Vlaar, Rotaru, and Christopher Samba. And just taking a look at who is not playing, we have Victor Valdez, Sven Bender, who's injured, Aaron Cresswell at 87, Zivkovic at a 78, Dimitri Payet at a 77, and the Pelosi also injured. So today is not really a good day to play a match. We just hope to try and come away with a draw. That's all I'm really hoping for out of this. So let's kick off and see what happens. All right, 3 minutes on, we have the ball. We have some decent attacking movement. Jamie Vardy tried to get over the top, and now Sunderland are coming on a counter. Jack Rodwell out to Jones on the wing. Gets into, who was that? Which Wilson? Oh, James Wilson. It was James Wilson, but he was offside. Didn't look offside, so we are very fortunate, very lucky there. 60 minutes gone. We have ourselves a throw-in. Oliver switching the pitch up to Kalashnik, who gets it forward to Tanase. That's Kalashnik. He passes into Tanase, which he should. Oliver tries to lay it through to Vardy, and Vardy is offside. 31 minutes gone. Throw in. Try to get it through to Vardy in the box. It falls to Obiang, though. Obiang laying it off Kalashnik out on the left into Tanase. Really bad pass. Needs to pick out a better one. We do still have it, though. We are still attacking. At least this highlight tells me so. Vardy, far post, and there we go. We finally get on the score sheet. Jamie Vardy, with his 11th goal of the season, makes it 1-0 to West Ham after 33 minutes. There haven't been a lot of shots taken on either side, so very fortunate that one of our 4 shots taken finally goes in the net. What a good volley from Vardy. So we come to halftime, and we are 1-0 leaders so far. We are starting to run Sunderland ragged. However, there are a couple of fitness concerns. I'm thinking about swapping John Flanagan out, maybe dropping the wingbacks to proper fullbacks. And if that's the case, Bikacic will play out on that right side since he is a very competent right winger as well. But other than that, it's pretty much stay the course for the team. Just need to hold down the defensive lines. Jermaine Defoe to James Wilson, taken to the byline, gets into Barini and slots it past, sneaks it past Adrian, and Sunderland have tied the match up. We need to stop giving away these stupid short angle goals, especially when we're in the lead. We need to hold on to leads. We can't find a way to do that. Free kick, Marky Noble lays it off to Kalashnik. There are options in the box if he chooses. Vardy lays it off to Hoban. Hoban off the post with the rebound. Oh, how did he not corral that? Corner kick, Mark Noble into the box, but it's cleared away. Bikacic with the pickup. Out to Fellaini. Fellaini to Oliver. He has to weave through. He does. He actually found it. Samuelson, though, gets it back. Tries to cross it in. Goes to Tanase. Tanase. Oh, almost. Throw in. Oliver. Oh, tackled away by Rodwell, but he does get it back. He's still being tackled by Rodwell. Rodwell's on a yellow. He's going to have his second yellow card. He's going to be gone. Sunderland are going to drop down to 10 men in the last 9 minutes. We need to push forward now. We really do. We need to push everybody up. Cancel that. Let's actually get into the tactics screen. Push everybody up. We need to get everybody up. Fluid. Push higher up. Get the ball into the box. Space. Go. Just go. We need to get something out of this. We need to get a win. Fellaini. Out to Oliver. Keep it in bounds. He does. Has to go all the way to Bikacic, but saved by Pickford. What a waste. Oliver. Samuelson could try. Oh, once again, blocked away. And with just 30 seconds left, we could try one more push, but it looks like it's going to be a disappointing draw at this point in time. It started out so well. It started out really well for us. We've had 18 shots, 9 of them on target, and we're only going to come away with 1 goal and 1 point. One last attack, but it's full time. Referee blows his whistle. Sunderland won, West Ham won. Really disappointing. Should have come away with all 3 points here. Right, and so that poor performance is going to lead us into our FA Cup match with Portsmouth. And to be quite honest with you, I wanted to take that Pompey match and use that as a tune-up match or more of a training match for all my youth side. Not the Sunderland match, as was very evident there. I had to rotate the side just to appeal to all the players that were being unfit and tired and injured. So make no mistake, I am going to continue using the best players available, but I do want to stick in a couple of the youth squad members into this match versus Portsmouth. So in just a couple of seconds, you'll see that team sheet. All right, and this is the lineup that I'm going to be using today. It's going to be a 4-2-4, and who is going to be in it? Well, just take a look. Victor Valdez is going to be in net. The back four will consist of Flanagan, Hoban, Samba, and Stephen Hendry, the young left back. Our 2 center mids will be Fellaini and Obiang. Our 2 wingers will be the Romanian dynamic duo in Tanase and Rotario. And sitting up top, we have Jamie Vardy and Adam Armstrong. You'd think this would be a walk in the park. Portsmouth are sitting in League One, same as where Millwall were last season. And we all know how that turned out. Crossing fingers, hopefully everything goes well today, and we come away with a victory. So let's kick off and see what happens. 30 minutes in, and finally we get our first highlight, and it falls to Portsmouth. One of their players has gone off injured, so hopefully we can take advantage of that, that space left behind. But right now, our defense is looking rather shocking. They're just passing us off the park. A Traore. Doesn't matter who, just A Traore. Oh, Victor Valdez. How did you not save that? And Portsmouth get on the scoreboard first in the 31st minute. What the hell, guys? Really? You're really going to do this? Of all times, when we need money, you're going to crash out of the FA Cup. What the hell? And that's it. That's the only highlight of the first half. We've had several more chances, several more shots, a lot more possession, yet, what can I say? The better team is not winning. Something needs to change, and something needs to change fast. What the hell can we do? Yeah, where's the passion? Not a lot of players looking like they want to be up for this, so something needs to change. And that being said, we're gonna sub on the players that I know will get us the results and get the job done. So Kalashnik's going to be there. Zivkovic going to be out there. And I'm going to hold on to the last one for now. But this is just completely unacceptable. I really think it was the introduction of the youth that is preventing us from playing our play style, our normal play style. It's definitely caused our normal gel to become unhinged. 15 minutes left to go, and Portsmouth kicking out of their own half. We do get the ball. Can we hold on to it? Hoban to Fellaini. Does get it down. Zivkovic. I don't want this to go to a replay. If we get a goal, I don't want this to go to a replay. Well, it would be nice if we can get a goal first. What can I say? This team just doesn't look up for it. We're going to crash out of the FA Cup in the third round because there's no chemistry. There's absolutely no desire to win this match against a team that's 2 levels below. We should have easily walked this match, just like we should have easily walked the fucking Millwall match, and we don't get anything. We don't get any money, we don't advance, and our whole cup runs have been in shambles. This is absolutely disgusting. I don't care if you're unhappy. Whole team's playing like crap. Undeserved. Now, I want to say they were League 1. Are they still in League 2? No, they're in League 1. And they're doing well in League 1, too, so. But still, that's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable play. Right, so when we come back, there's probably going to be halfway through the middle of February, maybe a little afterwards, just so we can do a final transfer roundup, just in case I would have sold anybody. PSG are trying to come in for Zivkovic. And if they want Zivkovic, I have a £40 million transfer or minimum release clause for Champions League sides. And obviously PSG being a Champions League side, I'm going to try and enact that. So we'll see if I can get £40 million out of PSG if they really are into him. If not, then he'll certainly help us try and push towards European placement. But for now, it's definitely looking towards the league, and looking forward, it'll probably be right here. We'll come back with QPR and Swansea. We'll double live combat. So until that time, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and you want to see more FM content on the channel. Any comments, suggestions, questions, anything else, please leave in the comment box below. But as always, this is Gendo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.